How can buddying up with politicians help you with this deer hunting season? Stay tuned. Welcome to the Four Seasons. I'm your host, Ken Johnson. I thought we would do just a little chat today about hunting and politics. Now, I'm not going to be talking politics in the normal spectrum of this guy's bad and this guy's good and choose this party over this. I'm not doing that. It makes no sense to do that. Instead, what I'll be talking about is how politicians, and not even the ones that win, especially the ones that don't win, how they can help your hunting season to be better and cheaper. Now, that's kind of weird. I understand it. You have to think who you're talking with, and weird is kind of what I do. When you're doing ground blinds, or you're doing elevated hunting stands, which is just basically a ground blind on stilts, the major cost is your materials. Plywood is expensive. I went the other day to one of the big box stores and it was almost $100 a sheet. And then I went to another box store and it's over $100 a sheet. So plywood is extremely expensive. But you need something to keep you out of the elements, because like here in Florida, it rains. It rains a lot in the wintertime. So you need something. But no one ever said it had to be plywood. You see, in this very short, down and dirty video, all I'm going to let you know about is corrugated plastic signs. Okay, now it's getting weird, right? Alright, so corrugated plastic signs look like corrugated, cardboard box. It's just made out of plastic. And around this time of year, because Florida, our primary is this coming Tuesday, which I have sent numerous absentee ballot requests to my supervisor of elections. Went in person, still haven't received my absentee ballot, but that's a topic for another day about the ineffectiveness of government. But when the primary is over, there's going to be a lot of plastic signs lying around that all these candidates have to get up. And so they have to get volunteers that their side probably lost. They really don't want to do too much more. They're done. And they got to get all these signs up and then haul them off. So, what am I suggesting? Simply put, buddy up with some of these candidates, especially ones you hate. Get all the ones that you can. Just tell them, say, hey, look, I'm a hunter, and any of your corrugated plastic signs, I'll get off your hands for you. I'll even come pick them up alongside the road or whatever. Just tell them, give me a map, tell me where they're at, and I'll come get them. Some of these signs are like 5 foot long and 4 foot wide. Some are even longer and wider than that. And then you have others that they're about a yard, a little less long, and maybe 18 to 24 inches tall. So these are pretty good pieces. And when you paint them, you use like a spray black primer coat of paint, and then you just put some limbs and leaves over it, and then just lay it down on the ground and take a can of green and a can of tan and just spray like crazy. And what will happen is you get what I call a Florida camo pattern. And so the leaves that are remaining are that dull black, and then you got all this color, and there's all this little whoopsie-doos and things in there that gives you that breakup of image. And that's all camo is supposed to do, is break up the image. So what I would recommend, you do your flooring. That is, it's hard to get away from that, but a lot of these signs have 4x4 posts. So you get free 4x4 posts, you get free 2x4 posts, and then you get the free plastic. You go ahead, use all the scrap wood you can get from these candidates. Build your flooring out, and either use scrap 2x4s or get some 2x2s. Make you a top, make you a bottom. Then use the 2x2s or the 4x4s, or not 4x4s, but 2x4s, and do your sides. And then have your little railing system on top. See, 2x2 makes it a lot easier and cheaper, but if you got the free wood, that's even better. So you make it as good or as chintzy as you wish. Then take your plastic that you painted both sides, because you don't want any of the political colors, the white, the red, the blue, the yellow, any of those showing. You want camo. So make sure you paint both sides. And then put that plastic up. Nail gun works fine. You just tapping in some nails, or you can use screws, whatever. I wouldn't use staples. But you just put it in. You don't have to be the best in the world. You're just trying to break up an image. And make your stand out of political signs. Using free wood and free plastic, something that would cost you several $100s to make, is probably maybe $150 max they'll cost you. So how many more hunting stands can you put in because of free materials? Think about that. I know that there's been several times I was on a budget and I was going, man, I would love to have 2 or 3 more stands. Well, once I learned this trick, it made it a lot more affordable and a lot easier. The thing about it, plastic, once it is protected from the sunlight, most people don't think about sunlight being damaging to plastic, but once you put that spray coat on there, that spray paint, you got it fully covered, it's protected from the sun. It'll last for 6, 7, 8, 10 years. Imagine that. So you got a free resource. How long does plywood last? Even the treated stuff, about the same. In Florida, maybe even less, because wood rots. Plastic don't. All you gotta do is worry about the inherent decay of the chemicals that make up the plastic. And because you're not really doing anything other than kind of obfuscating, blocking your view, there's really no need for having thick plywood. All that does is make your stand extremely heavy and bulky. And it's more difficult. You gotta get buddies to help you. It's a nightmare. With this, you have a lighter stand that does just as good. So give it a shot. I think you'll like it. So before the primary, reach out to all the candidates. Go to your supervisor of elections office. They have a website usually with a list of all the candidates. Candidates normally have emails and they have websites. Reach out to the candidates and say, hey, look, I wish you all the best of luck. But when it's all over with, if you're not going to save your signs, I would like to recycle them, and I'll pick them up for you if you'll give me a map and give me the locations where your signs are. That right there is a huge bonus to the candidates. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber of this channel. Hit that notification bell so you can get alerted to future content. And I will see you again next time. Bye.